Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news update as they drop all over the world. So for now, most out to today's news. So Arsenal don't come out for the Europa League after they lose to penalties against Sporting Lisbon. Now this match gets so many controversy. A lot of people are angry. I understand that, but I feel so una dey place una anger wrongly on Arteta and the players because there are a lot of variables. So I believe say una no dey aware of. With me now, I don't dey in the position of knowledge to let you know because I've done extensive research to know what really happened in the match, what could we have done better, and I say make I educate you now on some of the things wey happen wey una fit no know. Now when you watch that match, you go see say for the first half we had injury problems, 2 injury problems. We forced our hand. We can't bring in some players now. I'm sure I even tackle the first argument. So people they talk say we underrated them. We use a very poor side. Look at the first 11 we use before the match, because no use hindsight. Now some people are using the power of hindsight because we've already lost to local. So we could have done that before the match. Look at this 11. Look at our back four. The back four, very strong back four. Look at the midfield. Would you say Giorgio is not a good player? Would you say Fabio Vieira is not a good player? Granit Xhaka even played. Very formidable midfield. Look at the attack. Not be the same Nelson we celebrated not too long ago how good he is, how he could give Saka some breathing space. Saka was rested. Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus played, right? Now, see what it force our hand, those injuries. Now make a bring una back to the rules of the game. Some people are not even aware of this Europa League rule. Now, the Europa League allows you to change 5 players. Yes. Now, out of that 5 players where you go change, you are given only 3 slots in the entire 90 minutes game to change your players. Now, apart from the 3 slots you can give you for halftime, you can also bring in a change with it excluded from your 3 slots. So which means if you want to make any change in the game, you can make change just 3 times in the 90 minutes game. Then halftime you can bring in somebody with no good, they added to your 3 slots. Now for that first half we got 2 injuries. We got injuries to Tomiyasu and injuries to Saliba. We can't waste 2 of our slots on planned changes. We never saw that coming. That one alone don't tie Arteta hand. You may not know this. That one don't tie Arteta hand already. So which means officially Arteta get just 1 more changing slot. And when you look at our Benjamin, we see people like Thomas Partey, we see people like Bukayo Saka, we see people like Odegaard, and see people like Trossard. We had 4 players in the bench, game-winning players, and we had just 1 slot left. That was why Arteta can't force in hand for the halftime. You can't withdraw Gabriel Jesus. The withdrawal of Gabriel Jesus was not because Gabriel Jesus was not maybe in the game that much, but we know say the guy never really hits form for the way they influence games. We all know that one they know the dispute time. So if you were Arteta, what would you have done better? Arteta only say okay for the halftime, so that we go fit bring in more players. Okay, Gabriel Jesus don't play 45 minutes. Or yeah, you come outside, let Trossard enter and play another 45 minutes. That one no they added to our slots. Meanwhile, we still have just 1 more slot left, and that 1 more slot we have Partey, we have Saka, we have Odegaard. What could this man have done better? That's the argument. So now that is why if you watch for the second half, he can bring Partey and Saka at the same time. Again, our slot was ended. There was nothing we could do. Now in extra time, you are allowed to change 1 more player, to bring in 1 more player. That is the bone of contention. Why I'm saying we did not underrate this side, because like after the match, Arteta come and call the talk say this match, say there are a lot of things that went wrong. Fine. Say we couldn't manage our substitution very well because of those injuries which already affect us. At the same time, Babaka also we really wanted to go through because we lost Saliba and we lost Tomiyasu, and as we lost those guys, we couldn't manage the game. Now Arteta can give us another insights on what is going on in mind. He can say few players could play 90 minutes. That was why I did tell everybody, say for example, the match we will play against Fulham. When we watched that Fulham match, because he said before the Fulham match, the argument was whether Odegaard was going to play. The argument was whether Trossard was going to play. Why? Because they were injured. They're not really that good. What they call him, Gabriel Jesus, would they argue when he go play, when he no go play, because the guy was coming back from injury. So all these guys were not 100% fit. Odegaard and Trossard played against Fulham. They played for a very lengthy period. We were happy with the way they play. Gabriel Jesus come and play 15 minutes. That was why for this match, Baba would really say, okay, these people said they were not 100% and they don't play just 4 days ago, we should give them a breathing space. That was why people like Odegaard needed to rest. That was why people like Saka, who don't play for a very long time, needed to rest, because these guys are not robots, and we know we got 11 games to go, so we need all the help we can get. That's why they rested them. Now this match now, Everly, Gabriel Jesus, I don't even they talk from beginning say Gabriel Jesus will start, because they need to give people like Trossard and Martinelli breathing space to chill. You get, so fortunately for us, they start Martinelli, they start Nelson to cover for Saka, they can start Gabriel Jesus. So now, with the power of hindsight and everything I've told you on what went wrong, would you still go on to blame Arteta? We about to tell you say not everybody could play 90 minutes, and those 2 injuries scatter the plan. You get, and with the hindsight, and you can't know say these football rules, they get slots where if you bring in players, and we have like 4 players in the bench, and we could not bring everybody at the time we wanted to bring them. What could this man have done better? Because I'm seeing some comments. I yesterday will go live and I see some comments from some Arsenal fans who I know, and their comments was very, very disgusting. Like, you ought to know better. Don't allow your emotions get the better of you. They call it talk. As you get some guy who was say, I know if you talk I'm live. Like if I talk I'm, what do people talk? YouTube will give me copyright infringement. Not even copyright, they'll give me strike. Get no be copyright. They'll give me strike. Say that's very, very bad. There are bad things you don't say online. So another thing I want to clarify is if you check those the statements Pep Guardiola made. Pep Guardiola talks say Arsenal don't play Europa League now and they play EPL. For that reason, don't go drop points. Why did he say so? Because there is stress attached to playing every 4 days. But that also will drop points, and you see that's why at the end of everything now, that we don't come up for the competition. That's why I call it ask now. As we don't come up for this Europa League, is this a blessing or should I say a wasted opportunity? Would you say it is a blessing in disguise or a wasted opportunity? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. That is waiting me at the really ask. And when you come to think of everybody, they talk so why we not play our first 11? Even Pep Guardiola, they rest Kevin De Bruyne. I've seen it in a very, very strong match against Tottenham Hotspur. He rested him. Why did he rest him? Because Pep believes you cannot play every 3 days. You are not a robot. It is not very, very easy. So when you understand these dynamics in football, come on, you stop calling this manager a lot of names and rally around and support your troops. Now on the injury to Tomiyasu, so it is very, very sad. Tomiyasu leave the Emirates on crutches. Now we don't really know what's into Tomiyasu. We don't know yet. Because they ask Arteta, say, okay, what's happened to Tomiyasu? What's this up? Now that's the way they stretch in leg, it didn't really affect time you get. So that one, I don't say that one, they a bit serious. But for Saliba, Baba talk say he never really knows. The guy they feel something, so they'll go assess him. After the assessment, I will let you know once the results don't come and say, okay, see what is doing. Because at this point in time, we can't afford to lose our players. We don't lose Saliba now, we don't lose Tomiyasu now. So how are we going to do all these things moving forward? Now I never really know. So now we are only focused on this EPL. You get, for me, I would say it's a blessing in disguise. But we focus on now very, very well, because I knew it was going to be very, very difficult to play both competitions. Even Arteta said, come as I talk, so we really wanted to go through. We really wanted to win this Sporting Lisbon, but it just did unfortunate. Those injuries we happened for the first half, it tie our manager hand. You need to understand this, because people fail to understand that it didn't tie in hand. He could not do much, because when they do the match of the day planning, when they plan out, he never saw 2 injuries coming in the first half. We're talking about an injury that came in 8 minutes and now coming to 20 minutes or thereabout. You couldn't have seen that coming. You don't force in hand. You don't change, bring in 2 players when you're supposed to bring in. Can't get the main players for the Benjamin. So come on. I think it was just unfortunate. And are we going to leave out the error of Ramsdale, even though he later make some kind of saves to keep us in the game? But why would you leave your boss? Why are you always gallivanting? Why you would leave where you're supposed to do? Like, well, it is what it is. It don't happen. Say it don't happen. Now after the match, so Odegaard said, "Come and say, say, so what don't happen. Like, what if Babasato talk? We can't be crying over spilt milk. It don't happen. So let us move on again." So, and people should not forget that we are having a great season. Don't forget that. Like, the same players at the end of the top of the EPL table, you get. You know, easy. You know, be being so. Make a bust of brain. Even Pep Guardiola said we pray we qualify. Because you know, say the more we qualify, the more stress it would have been for us. But it is what it is. We are out. So let's focus on this EPL alone. At least now we're going to play once a week, or maybe once in 10 days. Who knows? So more just concentrate. Let the boys recover. Okay, now look at weekend. Now we'll come play Crystal Palace. Do you think these guys are robots? Where do you think they derive their energy from? You know, they're very, very easy. The coach is coming out and telling you that few players could play 90 minutes or couldn't play 90 minutes. So what are we talking about? That's why me, I understand the essence of rotation. Why would they talk about squad depth, if we could not use the squad depth and play matches? What's not the purpose of the squad depth? Abishe on paper, Sporting Lisbon. Okay, make I even bust your brain. When team list come aside and you look Sporting Lisbon team list and you see Arsenal team list, did anybody complain that Arsenal team list was a weak team list? So it's a very strong team list. Make I even bust your brain further. Chris Sutton came outside and said Arteta should prioritize the EPL and rest players for this match because injuries will come, because players are not playing every 3-4 days. You can never tell about injuries. So now, in hindsight, Chris Sutton called the talk, say Arteta no listen to his advice, because if you are listening to my advice, you would have known that you would rest players for the Europa League. If you want to lose them, then retain your players and focus on the EPL, where you'll be playing every 7 days or every 10 days as it may be. But Arteta wanted to win. That's why we played a very, very strong 11, but it's just unfortunate. Away from that, so we call it say Arsenal to prepare 1-year extension for Granit Xhaka again for waiting on the play for Arsenal again. So we are very happy to the one renew in contract again, because the guy said we need his experience and in gameplay, and when they serve Arsenal, we said they very, very grateful again. So this is what it is. I know a lot of people see the vex for the Europa League, but with the new information why they give now, at least I'm giving you reasons why you should not be mad at the manager. His hands were tied. You need to understand all these things. And for crying out loud, we can't win all our games. That's why most times when we lose, people will say, CHUKS, bless the CHUKS, don't they used to Arsenal losing in the past? When we say the team know they touch them. It is not quite true. The truth we say, I understand. I sometimes I do devil's advocate. As I listen to this side, I put myself in Arteta's shoes. Say, what if I was the manager, what could I have done better? I guess could I have managed this any better? Like even if Namori Odeye now, what team go do? Guess with those 2 injuries, and remember the rules of the game, you can only do 3 substitution slots. You don't take 2 already through injuries. You have only 1, and you have 4 game changers on the bench. What do you do? And this guy cannot play 90 minutes because they are tired from the previous game. Because that's what I keep saying. You are not the manager with them in the dressing room. You don't know what is going on. You don't know the status quo. So what could he have done better? You get when he's telling you, not some people cannot play 90 minutes. You get, so I have to manage this team very, very well. You get, man management is very, very key. So at the end of the day, with the power of hindsight now, with the balanced information what I don't give you, do you still think Arteta made a mistake? That's the $1 million question. Away from the Europa League match, Jerry. So Sagna said, "Come outside, call the talk. Say Bukayo Saka is the best player in the EPL. The guys been playing very, very well for Arsenal. You get say make them no give Haaland the team, because Haaland is scoring goals are plenty, but Saka is doing the hard work for Arsenal. If Saka no do for Arsenal, go feel am. You get. But if Haaland no do for Man City, he no go really feel am, because Saka makes Arsenal tick. You get, so." That's what it just be. So my dear football lovers, if you know what yesterday's show, check the top left corner of your screen. We'll see the thumbnail. Click and see that's all Arsenal updates as they drop all over the world. So start signing out. Enjoy the rest of your day and get out.